Yeah, X-Men 97, bro. Let's talk about that episode. Episode 6,
Yes, sir.
Danger.exe. It was a good one, man. What do you think about it?
I really enjoyed it. It got back to the meat and potatoes of the series, you know what I mean? Back on track aside from the Wolverine side plot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it was good. I think it was definitely good to come back to Magneto,
Yes, Charles' grief with
Charles's grief.
Magneto is where we pick up. And,
Yeah, just really in that wake of Magneto's death.
yep.
Because we just, yeah, he died, and then we went to Wolverine, which, like we said last episode,
It
it
was
was
a
good.
good breather.
Yeah, and it was good. We need to see
Yeah,
him get his claws back. We know he's gonna have to be
absolutely.
full power, but yeah, no, this is the emotional plot.
You can tell we're building towards something now again.
Yes,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean? Like
Yeah.
Charles is trying to get prepared for apocalypse, which is why we find him in the danger room. You know what I mean? Trying to better not only himself, but the team that he's trying to build as
Yeah.
well.
I mean, at a certain point, it's like I don't know who he's trying to better because he's just doing over and over and over, and it's just like
Yeah.
he's just apologizing.
You know what? I think the better way to put it is he was replaying his grief. I don't think he was looking to necessarily change anything, grow from that specific instance as far as replaying where Magneto was dying. You know what I mean? But to live in that, that's the seed of what I interpret a character like Onslaught. You know what I mean? He was living in that grief. His emotions about it aren't as pure as what we see Charles Xavier normally is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And it was like his opportunities to say all the things that he didn't get to say to
Yes.
Magnus.
Yes, and he was using the danger room as therapy, but that's not what the danger room is. You know what I mean? The
Right.
danger room is a training module. And so you start to replay the same instance with no separate outcome. Its motivations start to change while displaying that.
Yeah. Well, and it starts to analyze your fear and
Yes.
understand this is all coming out of
Yes.
fear. And how do I make you stronger?
Yes. Hence the plot of the episode, the danger room becoming sentient as its own AI. You know what I mean? To physically force its training upon them.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let me fix this a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Get me in here. Get me in here. Yeah, so
Yes, sir. And at the same time that we see Charles going through that, we start to see as well the Polaris plot. Humans are trying to keep up. They're acquiring vibranium, and so mutants, the X Force, who's trying to contain everything, is definitely becoming more desperate. And we see Polaris starting to lash out. You feel me?
yeah.
Getting removed from the team.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely a good example of showing because what are they, X Factor?
X Factor.
X
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Factor is
yeah.
their name. Yeah, it's definitely showing the government control on mutants and how they handle situations,
Yes.
which eventually leads us to Genosha and
Yep.
Charles forming X Corp,
Yes.
which is a big thing too. I think that was good for them to bring X Factor in, especially bringing in Havoc.
Yep.
Yep.
Cyclops brother.
Yeah, Alex Summers.
Yep.
Bringing in Havoc was definitely dope. And then just, yeah, Polaris, the statement that she makes when she goes back to, or before she goes back to the X-Men house.
What'd she say?
Something along the lines of like, yeah, I know a place where they're, where they take in like straight mutants or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just like showing that comparison to them. It's like, okay, well, I'm like, not that they let me do whatever I want, but I'm loved for who I am here
Yes.
and not for what you want me to be.
Yes.
And I think that definitely goes into her character development and her struggles, like just to portray her struggles a lot too. It was pretty dope.
Absolutely. And in reference to her struggles, you know what I mean? Seeing her similarities to her father and how she resents that. Like that was the meat and potatoes of the episode for me.
Yeah.
And having Charles, of all people, of course it's Charles, helping her along that grief. Him reflecting his memories of Magneto and just putting that on display for her so she can really see who he was and that he wasn't just a villain, so that she can grow as an individual as well.
Exactly. Yeah. And then also showing that connection with Charles to where Magneto's my dad and that's where I get these powers from, but you're my dad.
Yes.
You raised me, is what
Yes.
she said. So,
Yes.
so it's just showing that connection, and that's where I think another Onslaught thing is coming into play.
Well, really, the main Onslaught thing for the episode for me was when after they defeat the Danger Room, you know what I mean? After she sees all these memories of Genosha, the past, you know what I mean? All these Magneto memories, they look at each other and they're like, oh man, that's the first time it seems like I felt him. You know what I mean? Like Charles, of all people, saying that.
Yeah.
That's the Onslaught plot right there.
Yeah, so this is very Onslaught coded.
Yep.
I think that that's going to be a big reveal this season or something along the lines, especially with how we were saying with Danger. Charles programming Danger to prepare them for Apocalypse. And then we see that every time you use Danger, it becomes stronger. Or with the Cerebro tech, it's just playing on it can read your mind. You know, telepathically read you and then create your worst fears or whatever it feels is going to motivate you.
Yes. You know, there was a Magneto quote in this that was actually from last season that really just encapsulates the whole episode to me. He says, I am trying to do better. Polaris trying to do better. Charles trying to do better. And the entire purpose of Danger to make them be better. You know what I mean? That was the core of the episode. And of course, towards the end, we pick up over in Athens. You know, we see Apocalypse get the body of Gambit. We see the Watcher looming over the sky. So that means this is a fixed point in time in the Marvel Universe. And then we see Gambit, my boy, start to be revived as the Horseman of Death.
Yep. Which, we said that, our first episode? Mm-hmm. Like Gambit's going to be? Yeah. Yep. So just seeing that come to life is...
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Gambit's one of my favorites, and I'm just interested to see, because you already know there's going to be an emotional struggle there, obviously. With Rogue, especially. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With anybody, honestly, in the X-Men, just because they have such a love for each other as mutants. And he was one of them for so long and died for them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, he died for them, and now it's like, how do I treat this threat?
Yeah.
You know, because that's what I did the 4 Horsemen of Death.
It's exciting, man. Yeah. I'm curious to see who the other 3 that they're going to bring into the fold are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was seeing some things about that. And some people were saying Gambit, Polaris is going to be a horseman.
That'll be crazy.
Wolverine will be a horseman as well.
That'll be crazy.
And then some people were saying Storm, I think as Petulance. But I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen much theories on that.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see.
Absolutely. And as far as nerdy stuff goes on right now, we're eating.
Oh
man, this last weekend, San Diego Comic-Con,
for sure.
Dog.
Yeah.
So much came out of that Hall H with Marvel.
Yeah, let me get over to that.
The first and most prominent thing to me, we finally got a new Black Panther, bro.
Yeah, David Jonsson.
Yes.
David
Jonsson. And I love that they went with a more low-key or a unknown actor for this. You know what I mean? In a world full of stars, being the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the ability to create and build careers, they should lean into it a little bit more, in my opinion.
I honestly, that's probably my biggest issue with some of the castings is I don't want to see a well-known actor be these superheroes.
You look at Ant-Man, you see Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I think that's too easy.
Yeah, you know absolutely.
I mean?
Absolutely.
That's just way too easy with superheroes, especially when you can make a career. And I think
look at not Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire. Look at a Hugh Jackman. You know what I mean? These roles built the foundation of their career, and that's where I think actors can really eat off of things like Marvel.
Yeah. I agree with that. I'm definitely excited. When does that come out? December 15th, 2028?
2028, yeah.
I definitely think it'll be interesting to see how they do it with Zuri being the Black Panther now.
I'm most curious about the time skip because obviously David Jonsson is a lot older than the last time we seen T'Challa Jr., or Toussaint, whatever you want to say his name is. But, we seen him when he was 8. Man's 20-something now. Yeah. That's the part that I'm confused about.
Because it's only a year.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, this is also going to be after Secret Wars, I think.
Well, yeah, it has to be, right?
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
because Secret Wars comes out, and we were talking about that earlier. Secret Wars comes out in 2027,
Yeah.
and this comes out 2028. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I was kind of talking with him about the idea too, how we were thinking that people were left out of the um, Doomsday trailer.
Oh yeah. There's going to be way more people aside from who we've seen for sure.
Yeah, but didn't it look like, you know what I mean? They looked like they were looking at someone. Not saying it
There
would
was
be
spacing. Yeah.
Black Panther, but
Yeah.
what characters would it be? I mean, maybe Sadie Sink,
Yeah.
being Jean Grey, popping up in there. Yeah, I think it'll be really exciting to see. I have no issue with it. I know people were saying like, "Oh, he's a British actor" and stuff like
I
that.
don't care about stuff like that,
I
man.
don't care.
Like,
They
come
play
on.
Americans better. You don't even know they're British.
Yeah, and like as an actor, if you can perform to that level, that's the point of the job. You know what I mean? Like, if for an American to be able to portray an Australian with an accent to a T,
Yeah.
body mannerisms, that's what acting is. And so, whoever can best fit that role, shit, that's what's most important to me.
Yeah, for sure. With that being said, what do you
Ryan
think about
Gosling,
Ryan
bro.
Gosling as Ghost Rider for sure?
I mean, I'm excited about it. It's been a fan casting for damn near a decade now. You know what I mean? So, but I feel like this is an example that they're leaning a little bit too far into fan castings. Love Ryan Gosling to death.
Exactly,
You know what I
yes,
mean? But
yes.
like
Great
coming off
actor.
of somebody like Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider, you know, like it's completely different.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't, like I just said, I don't like these big actors being, it is a Paul Rudd Ant-Man situation.
Yes.
Like, not saying he won't do a great job. He's a great actor.
But Ghost Rider is a more serious character. This is the guy that can do the penance stare, make you see your worst of you. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't see that in Ryan Gosling. And another thing I'm worried about, I really don't see it in the director, Sean Levy. You know what I mean? Like for a person who historically does comedies, approaching a character like Ghost Rider is a little worrisome to me.
Yeah. I mean, he does have experience. Like, we were talking about with other things, with more serious things, but is that experience enough?
Yes,
I think this is, but this is also a time where, like how we're saying, it makes people's careers as actors.
absolutely,
Like, this could be a defining moment as a director as well.
absolutely.
Or like when everybody doesn't think you can do it. And I think a lot of creative people look for that as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, we've seen it done a couple of times too. You know what I mean? Like guy that did who was it? Comedy directors who turned dramatic, like Todd Phillips, you know what I mean? Like who made Joker, but also ended up making movies like Hangover, you know what I mean? Adam McKay, who made Step Brothers and ended up doing Vice, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Yep.
like we've seen it happen before, but I'm just a little concerned.
yeah, I think also what's concerning, or like what adds to that concern, is just the Ryan Gosling casting.
Yes,
Because if it was like, okay, well, this is an actor and who we haven't seen before, maybe, or maybe we've only seen in some serious roles, it might take some relief off of that pressure as a director. But when you're like, I don't really see Ryan Gosling in the role, and I don't really see this director being able to direct that, like, when you have both of the problems like that, or both of those thoughts in your head, that's where it gets a little troubling for sure.
absolutely. But it leaves a lot up to surprise, you know what I mean? Like they can really shock the world with a movie like this. And
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how they do it.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that Ghost Rider, Black Panther, and then what I like the Avatar Seven Havens. Don't want to get too much into that.
I
but
didn't even see nothing about that.
I was
What's that?
really excited to see. It's just about another Earthbender who's going to be the Avatar.
Okay. Oh, is that the chick that I ended up seeing? There was a girl avatar that I've seen concept art for, but I didn't know if that came out of Comic Con.
That might have came out of Comic Con.
Heard.
But yeah, she's a kid, I believe, in there. It was just like a trailer.
Yeah.
But still excited to see that.
Avatar fans are eating. Got to go see the movie.
And then Lanterns.
Yep.
Lanterns, because you're going to have Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart in
Yeah.
there as the main, so it's going to be good. Obviously, you get Sinestro as the villain.
I don't think he's going to be the villain.
You don't think so?
Nah, I think they hinted towards the Manhunters in this. I think the Manhunters are going to be the primary villain, and I think they're going to be scaring the hell out of Hal Jordan. I think Sinestro is there so that you can see how his ideals and how Hal Jordan is going can align. You know what I mean? I think Sinestro is the perspective. or the extreme as far as the dueling perspectives.
Okay.
Because if Hal Jordan is being hunted, he is going to be afraid.
Yes.
And if you look in the trailer, he has a lot of yellow tone things on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if they go that way, they already said Jon Stewart's being trained to be his replacement. And if Hal Jordan ends up being that big bad towards the end of it, ooh, I think it'll eat. Man, people will be eating watching that.
No, that'll be crazy.
Yeah.
For sure. So, yeah, definitely excited to see that. So, yeah, I'm looking for Avatar, Lanterns, that Ghost Rider, and then, yeah, Black Panther.
You want to know what 2 low-key projects came out of Comic-Con that I'm really excited for?
What?
I mean, of course, the Spaceballs movie.
Yeah,
you
the
know
Spaceballs, what is
New
that?
trailer came out of that.
Yeah.
And then the Star Wars Detours. Did you see anything about that?
I didn't, actually. I
So-
didn't see it in any of my recaps or anything.
That was a Seth Green and George Lucas creation from before they ended up being acquired by Disney.
Oh, yeah.
And they ended up making like 40-something episodes of it, but it ended up getting shelved. And they were talking about it a lot. It's going to be displayed over at the new Lucasfilm Museum. Yeah, so those are the 2 low-key things I'm super excited about.
Damn, yeah, I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah.
But
I don't know either, man.
yeah, no, I'm gonna look it up.
Seth Green, creators of
after
Robot
this.
Chicken?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
No, I'm gonna look it up.
Absolutely.
But yeah, dude, Comic-Con, very exciting. I'm
Have
glad
you
that
gone to a con like that? Or not a con, but like a nerd gathering
Have
of
I?
that form? Yeah.
No, I haven't. I would like to. But
We got to hit it next year.
Yeah.
I've been going to these last 2 fan expos here in Denver, you know what I mean? And it's an experience, you know, like seeing the panels. I hit the boys this year, some Lord of the Rings panels. I seen Christopher Judge, the voice of Kratos, you know, and
Yeah.
like all the comic creators
Yeah.
and merch. It's dope, man.
yeah, no, I want to. My homie Sammy actually just went to DreamCon down in Houston.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, he
Over
said he
there
had a
with
really good
the
time.
RDC boys.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I need to go to a con for sure.
Absolutely. Put it on the bucket list.
Yeah. No, we'll go. We'll go next year. Yeah. And I really appreciate Kevin Feige doubling down and saying like, there's not going to be any movies released from Doomsday to Secret Wars.
It's for the best. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
like
The one thing they've been suffering from is oversaturation.
Yes. Like we had to get away from, okay, well here's a movie and now here's another movie and here's another movie and
And here's a television series
well,
that
yeah,
you're going to
you
hear
know-
about in the movie.
you know 10 characters from these movies. So now we're going to throw you She-Hulk
Yeah.
and Loki and then you have to watch season 2 of this to get this and then it's like
And then look at the Werewolf by Night. You
Yeah,
know what I
it's like
mean?
you-
Watch this one thing that has nothing to do with anything else. You know,
yeah.
like definitely too much content has been
Yeah.
a poison to them since Endgame.
yeah, getting greedy for sure. Because you see those dollar signs and you're like, well, people are really interested in this. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, we're interested in that. Even me, and I mean, even as yourself, like that superhero fatigue is insane.
There are shows that I haven't watched right now. You know what I mean? And I usually try to stay up on it. So the fact that they're bringing all of it more concise, it's going to do them well.
Yeah, there are shows that I won't watch because I'm like, dude, I can't.
Yeah,
I don't got enough time in a day to watch all the shows.
that's real.
Like, and I'm glad he even said before, he's like, all right, the shows are going to be their own thing, and then the movies are going to be this thing.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be intertwined, and that's
Yeah.
what we really need for sure.
Future's looking bright, man.
Yeah,
The future's looking super bright.
because they're going to come out with that X-Men movie
Yep.
as well.
Wait, what? What you talking about?
There's going to be an X-Men movie in between Secret Wars and whatever.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Heard.
Well, that's what they're priming up. That's why I believe Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. They're priming her up. So we'll see in Brand New Day, but
It's an allegation that she's Jean Grey. What if she ends up being somebody completely different?
I just don't think they would, because what I'm seeing is like what's her name, their daughter, who ends up being
I know who you're talking about.
what I forget
Donna Summers.
Donna.
No, I'm
I was
playing
gonna
with
say
you.
yeah, Donna Summers. I was like what? But nah, yeah, I really believe that she's gonna be Jean Grey.
We'll see in Brand New Day.
We will
Coming
see
out
in
on
Brand New
Friday.
Day, but I
by
think-
the time this time releases.
But that's the setup for the X-Men movie.
Yeah.
So
Now we'll see what comes out of it. Future's looking bright, man.
yeah, but in more recent news, Brand New Day's out this weekend.
Yep.
Bro. Like
Yep.
Definitely gonna go catch that. I mean, you and I will have to figure out with your schedule if we can actually go see it. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got to hit up Jakar. Let's do it on Friday, late at night. You know what I mean? Like catch a 8 o'clock screening, something like that. That would be best for me, or like early on Saturday.
we got to see if we can get in anywhere on Friday.
Yeah, that's real.
That's the thing.
That's
Like
real.
that's cool. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
But can we actually even get into somewhere that we
Hey,
can?
theaters are going to be packed. People are hyped about this movie. Spider-Man, Punisher, Hulk, you know what I mean? Like, it's potentially Jean
Exactly.
Grey.
And
This is going to be the event of the summer.
yeah, well, I'm hearing that it's the best Spider-Man movie.
I mean, Tom Holland, he's been bringing the best Spider-Man movies, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, the nostalgia of the old Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield ones. I liked those movies, but you just can't. What Tom Holland did with it, and then just Tobey Maguire being the 1st, like it's just hard to do anything. But yeah, I'm really excited to go see it. What are your thoughts on it?
Nah, I think it's gonna be really cool. However, without them bringing out the main villain for the film quite yet, I'm curious to see how all these different threads intertwine. So I don't got a lot of thoughts yet, but I'm glad they kept it close to the chest. Yeah, looking away from comic books, we was talking about something last week that ended up coming into fruition. LeBron James to the 76ers. I don't know who said it, but it got to be a wise man. Somebody with the foresight to know better.
Somebody with the forehead. That's what I'm saying. You carrying hella thoughts up in that mug, boy. All right, you're right. You're right. Like I said, I just didn't want to say that he was going to the 76ers because as a Celtics fan and just losing JB to the 76ers,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Didn't
LeBron
wanna see
tortured
that
us
super
enough
team.
in the East. He tortured us enough in the East, man. I'm like, then you're going to come back and team up with Robin,
Yeah.
which Jaylen Brown didn't want to be
You say
Robin.
you say it's Robin, but that's the Finals MVP. That's might be Batman. We'll see throughout the season. Might be Batman. I mean, Jason Tatum was out. How were the Celtics last year? You're a Celtics fan. This whole time Jason Tatum was out. How was he holding up?
Yeah, they were really good.
I know. Are they going to be as good or better this year? I don't think Jason Tatum can hold that up, personally. For me, Jaylen Brown is Batman. Hot take to a Celtics fan, I know,
No,
but
that is a super hot take.
super hot take. But, just because Jason Tatum is more marketable, he's a lot easier to get in the eye of the public. That's what's put him in the perspective of Batman. But as far as you drop the ball in between both of them, Jaylen Brown might run it.
No,
All right.
no.
All right.
Jason Tatum is much more skilled than Jaylen Brown.
All right.
You wouldn't say that Jason Tatum is much more skilled than Jaylen Brown?
Much more skilled, yes, as an individual, but a player who can benefit the team, Jaylen Brown might have that to me.
I don't get how you're seeing that though. Jaylen Brown he can drop points and stuff like that, but also like I think what people are forgetting, we're not the damn 10 seed, 10th team in the East type of organization.
Yes.
We're the damn Boston Celtics who built this up. It's like
Yes.
almost you can drop anybody in because when he's not doing that and Peyton Pritchard's scoring 30 points and Jaylen Brown can't even barely scratch his nuts and then Derek White's doing, you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to say. I think Jaylen Brown gets a lot of credit and he's very deserving, but at the same time, like when you're in an organization like the Boston Celtics who have built this up for years and years around you.
Absolutely. I think this space for both of them will be best for their careers. Only because it's been a 1A, 1B situation, you know what I mean? And
Well, now Jaylen Brown is 1C.
Yes, which is true.
All right.
And that was unexpected at the time of signing, having to go behind a player not behind, but having to share the floor with a player like LeBron James, you know what I mean? Like,
You're sharing the floor with an
Tyrese
actual NBA MVP,
Yes.
Joel Embiid.
yeah, he's going to share the floor 40% of the time?
Well, because he's hurt. But if Joel plays, you're still not being guaranteed the best player. I mean,
That
Jaylen
is
Brown
true.
is still good, but
That is true. But at least he's in a city that will respect him for that now.
I don't. Philadelphia?
I mean, I think Yeah.
Philadelphia fans, Jaylen Brown drops a dud one game, and he has
They'll
death.
turn on him. You're
He
right.
has death
They'll eat
threats.
him alive.
Yeah, they have death
They'll
threats.
eat him
You know what I'm
alive.
saying? They had his crib with it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's facts.
can
That's
Jaylen Brown
facts.
take that? I don't know, because he's a very sensitive guy. He's a very smart dude. He's very in his head a lot. But
Absolutely. And he'll tell you how he feels.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, what do you do when they're like, yeah, now you got to share touches with Maxey. Maxey averaged 27, like 7 and 5 in
He's not dipping below 24, 25.
in the playoffs. Yeah,
Yeah.
he averaged almost like 30 points.
Yeah.
2.
Absolutely.
And he's younger, and he's less controversial. And so, as an organization, who are you going to look at? Yeah, Jaylen, we like you. That's cool. You're good. We brought you over here. But you start talking too much on Twitch
Yeah.
or whatever you're on, Kick, whatever you're on. And Maxey just quiet, having fun, being a young kid, doing all that.
Better for the
out.
organization. Yeah,
Right.
it'd be terrible if this was the first building block to fall for Jaylen Brown for him to become a highwayman. You know what I mean? That would be terrible.
Yeah, I think it'd be terrible. I don't want that for him. I like Jaylen Brown a lot, but at the same time, where do you learn?
Yeah.
Because
for one of the smartest players in the league, where do you learn? Where?
yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
That the bar is very low at the NBA. You're already limiting yourself, bro.
Absolutely.
So once you're invaluable on that court, then they don't want you around.
Absolutely. And having a 5 like they do, Joel, Maxey, Brown, James, Edgecombe, you know what I mean? Like,
Just
people are
got
going to have to
KCP.
fill certain roles. Casey,
They're
exactly.
trying to get Drew Holiday,
I seen that. They got Anthony Simmons?
Anthony Simons.
Simons, yeah. So
You
roles
better be
are
on
going
your-
to have to be incredibly specific on this team.
Well, and you better be on your P's and Q's because
That's
you
real.
still got VJ Edgecombe. VJ Edgecombe is
Hungry.
a dog, and he's
Hungry.
good.
Yeah.
He's good. So I don't know how Jaylen Brown will work within those restrictions. Like, I don't think he will be restricted, but I think once something happens, how is he going to react when it's like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, you just can't do, you can't. We don't necessarily think of you as how the Celtics thought of you.
Yeah.
Because he was. Even though you're 1A, 1B, there's a long drop between 1B and number 2 on the Celtics.
Yeah. That's real.
On the 76ers, they up at your neck. 2, 3, 4. You know what I
You
mean?
could drop down to 4 quick.
They're
like
right
that.
there with you.
Like,
So
yeah.
yeah, it'll just be interesting to see with that. I don't.
I hope more players around the league, like you see LeBron took the biggest pay cut in NBA history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dropping down to what, like $4 million a year, something like that, 2 year, $8 million. And I'm hoping, and you're already seeing it around the league with like people like Jalen Brunson. He took a pay cut to build a championship team. You know what I mean? Wembanyama did that this summer. He took a major pay cut as well. And so it's interesting to see this shift in player wants and needs. You know what I mean? They're going away from the money to try to go for that title.
Yeah.
You know, it's really cool to see to me. Priorities are changing.
Yeah, I don't.
Knicks broke the NBA.
The Knicks did break the NBA because I saw something about Steph going
To the Spurs.
to San Antonio.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, I don't
That's
think
a
that'll.
different situation, though.
I don't
Steph, you know, they're disgruntled. He's disgruntled over there. Him and the organization aren't on the same page.
Yeah. So, but I'm like, the Warriors, bro, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. But they're losing the leverage to be able to keep a player like Steph Curry.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys are nuts. You didn't
Yeah.
do anything. Like, the Warriors are insane.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, also, it's probably hurt Steph. I just don't think, I think someone like Steph, you want the LeBron pull, but then you don't, like, when you realize you don't have the LeBron pull, when you should. Steph should have the LeBron pull. Like, whatever I say, y'all do it. Like,
Absolutely. For that specific organization, absolutely.
And so he's saying something to them and talking to them and doing that, and then they're doing nothing.
I mean, but if you want to keep it a buck, man, they don't got somebody like Bob Myers anymore.
True.
You know, like what's the name of the guy that's the GM right now? I don't even remember his name, but he doesn't have that eye for the game the same way somebody like Bob Myers, who just acquired LeBron James for $8 million. It's not there. There's levels to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you come in like that, that's where your mistake is in your career. Is I have Steph Curry. Tell me what to do. I can't go wrong if I'm listening to Steph Curry. Because I can always just say, well, that's what Steph wanted. That's what LeBron wanted. When you have a guy like that, you tell me what to do. If I'm coming into your organization, you tell me what to do, bro.
But that's where you see the disconnection. Because what if Curry is pulling for something like that and the cars just ain't falling? They were supposed to get somebody like Anthony Davis. What happened?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like,
But
even if Curry's communicating these things, if the front office isn't behind it or doubling down on these decisions, that disconnect is too brutal to where I could see Curry retiring somebody somewhere else.
yeah, but in a multi-million-dollar organization, you don't think Steph is like, yeah, I would like to get this, but if that doesn't work out, then I think we should go in this direction. Like, I don't think
Absolutely.
they're not having one conversation. So I think for them to not do anything when he's probably thrown out a bunch of different things.
Yes, but you see where the priorities were because Draymond Green just signed his contract today. LeBron signed his on Fridays. They were waiting for that.
Oh,
You know
for
what
sure.
I mean?
Because
So, like,
Draymond was going to take a pay cut.
yes,
He said it. He said he was
Yes.
going to take a pay cut to play with LeBron.
yes. And so you see those priorities in the organization, how they're catering to a player, and I don't think they're catering enough. If I'm keeping it a buck, I don't think Steph Curry, Stephen Curry went out of his way to get Jimmy Butler. They just re-signed Gary Payton.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Yeah.
Steph is hungrier than the organization is.
Yeah, and they haven't dealt Jimmy or anything. Yeah, it's like I don't know what's going on.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see who do you got winning the chip next year?
Next year? I hate to say it for your Eastern Conference, you know what I mean, but I do see Philly making their way.
Yeah, it's hard to say against
It's
it.
hard to argue against it.
But
you
hey,
know what
I
mean?
will argue that Paul George had a better series than Jaylen Brown, and that series where they beat us. So I don't know.
All right.
I think everybody's
Fair.
sleeping on PG and what
Fair.
we need him to do.
Yeah.
Especially with the Celtics organization, like we're saying, like everybody's like Jaylen Brown did this last year. He did a very good job. But if we have Tatum averaging 26, Paul George averaging 21, that's not too bad,
That's fair.
you know. So
That's fair. Out the East, I'm for sure thinking Philly. In the West, I mean, it's a toss-up. It's a bone fight. It's a fight for sure, you know what I mean? But I'm going to give you three. Obviously, the Spurs.
Yeah.
They just got to the finals, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? I got to give them respect where respect is due.
Yep.
I think the Spurs can get there. I am curious to see what comes out of Minnesota as far as how they gel with LaMelo Edwards. You know what I mean? Their lineup got a little shorter, losing somebody like Nas Reed. And so, like, they're on my watch list for sure. And as far as a third goes, me being a Nuggets fan wants to put them in there, but obviously that's not happening. They're being destroyed right now. You have to say OKC.
yeah, I'd say those are some good choices. You know who I'm picking?
Who are you going for?
Celtics, boy. Celtics winning it all. Yep, we coming back. Jason Tatum
Sounds nice.
having his best year ever.
Jason Tatum averaging 40 points.
Averaging 40, 10, and 10. Defensive Player of the Year. MVP, first team
Defensive
All-MVP.
player of the year. Defense.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
yeah,
Come on, bro.
yeah. He guarded
Wemby has it for the next 6 years.
he guarding 1 through 5, and he locking up Wemby. Celtics in 4.
Jason Tatum's locking up Wemby.
Yeah,
Man, I ain't seen it.
yeah,
I ain't seen it.
yeah. Jason Tatum locking up Wemby, boy. I'm calling it.
Out there, it's
Celtics,
gonna be like
Spurs,
Caruso and
win.
Jokic. He gonna be on the hip.
Celtics in 6 against the Spurs, man. I'm calling it now.
I believe you believe it.
Everybody, I'm gonna put it in on FanDuel too, just so y'all know I'm serious.
You know what? Since we just saying shit, Nuggets going to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, yeah. All right. But no, this NBA season is going to be exciting. I'm going to always say the Celtics. I just can't count them out
Yeah. No, I get that.
just with what's going on. You know, things happen during the season. So I say Celtics. But it's going to be definitely a good NBA season for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It'll get even better if Curry leaves the West and ends up going over to the Heat. I mean, like, it'd be bad for you, but it'd be great.
It wouldn't.
for the-
Everybody's saying Curry and Giannis, bro. You don't, like, not you. I'm just generalizing. But, like, people don't understand, like, you're limiting Giannis. Giannis ain't nothing without the ball in his hands, bro.
He can keep the ball in his hands. Steph Curry does not need the ball in his hands.
Yeah, but he's not like Giannis is not a facilitator though like that.
True.
That's the issue with that because I remember people saying he's going to go to the Warriors and stuff. I'm like, he's just not a facilitator. I mean, he could learn.
Yeah.
And stuff's going to be moving around and stuff, but Giannis is ball in hand, head down.
That's real.
driving in, like,
Ready to
not
knock
saying,
you over, bull in a china shop.
Not saying that's all that he can do, but we know that's what especially like he's a big ass
That's what the
strong
Bucks have
ass
catered
dude.
towards.
Yeah, he's a big
Yeah.
ass strong ass dude. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. Nah, it'll be exciting. I'm really looking forward to this NBA season.
Yeah, me too.
Preseason's going to be starting here in a little bit, couple of weeks, months. What is it? July going into August now?
Yeah, summer league just started, so it should be started in a month or two or a month. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, for sure.
Let's get some tickets for it.
Yeah.
Get their opening night. Here in Denver, get their opening night. That'll be the
Yeah, I need the Nuggets to suck for one more year, and then we can go to games freely again.
ticket prices.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, but we're gonna have to go to some for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. And thank you for tuning in to High Altitude Podcast. I'm Jav.
I'm Jure.
We'll catch you next time.
Peace.